Hey everybody, my name is Precious and welcome to my channel. Let's talk with Precious. Unfortunately, YouTube decided to remove my live last night, which was why it abruptly stopped when I was talking, saying I had recorded copywritten audio playing in the background or some type of video. I don't know what it was, but YouTube right now is getting really stupid. Like it makes no sense where people have to be censored. People can't comment on certain things and people just can't talk about certain stuff without YouTube trying to secretly, snatch people's stuff down for regular YouTube. Y'all are not even paying me anything. So I don't understand why all this unnecessary censorship and sending these big long emails to me saying, well, this is not a strike on your channel, but we just wanted to take this off. I'm like, it's silly to me. And I really wish the way YouTube was back in the day when you could just do it for fun and not have to think about all these legal liabilities you had coming your way just for uploading a YouTube video about your favorite music video, your favorite song, your favorite editor, or something. Because it's like we're trying to make money, but y'all trying to make a dollar off of us too by censoring everything that we do. And then these people that we talk about and play in the background and stuff, they make their money. They make their money on their music, their television shows, all that. So why can't any of that be playing if we're not gonna make any money from what we're playing in the video? Like YouTube, y'all kiss my butt. In all honesty, with that, you can because y'all doing way too much for a little bit. Half of these people on YouTube that are starting channels or don't even have huge followings, y'all snatching stuff down and removing videos. Y'all doing too much. But anyways, um, unfortunately, I was talking about my web series, and I'm gonna start here on my YouTube channel because I feel like I get good views when I do reviews about TV shows and stuff like that. But I've noticed in the past when I would do like my rant videos or my random thought videos and stuff, they would get a lot of people talking. And I noticed that I got a lot of natural responses and a lot of natural feedback from people and stuff. And that's how I want my channel to grow. I want my channel to be real and organic, something that people, can really relate to. So I decided to do a YouTube web series called What Precious Finds Love. You guys know I haven't had the best experiences with dating thus far, but it has gotten a little better for me because I am at least able to have dates and to have a boyfriend. But now I feel like I'm really ready for something that's more concrete and that's going to lead to me getting married. But I've pretty much been tapping into my spirituality and going to psychics and reading my tarot cards and speaking to, the elders as well. And they're giving me a lot of good advice. The only issue I have right now is that I got to put in the work. The first work that I'm going to have to do is exercising and getting back in shape. I am currently about 40 to 50 pounds overweight, and that's how much weight I really need to lose. But I think out of that 50, I probably just want to lose 30 because I really don't want to be like super skinny or anything. I still want to have a little fat, on my stomach and my legs and my thighs and stuff, and just be, more toned and more slim and just, have a figure and have a shape because I know what it's like to be really skinny. I didn't like it. I hated it, and I just didn't feel attractive when I was that skinny. But now, since I know the difference between being skinny and being overweight, I'm like, okay, I want to be in the middle. So that's where I really want to be with my body. And I know that there's plenty of dating sites and dating apps and whatnot on the scene and whatnot, but I'm just really skeptical about getting on those. I mean, now is the prime time to do online dating since nobody, is out on the street or at work or at church or any other type of social environment. Now is, it's a hot spot to be online and dating and whatnot, but it's still not safe to meet with anybody because of the coronavirus. And it's still not, a good idea to just meet up with people just yet. But I'm not really secure within myself to really go online and date because it's not due to past experiences, but I know that men are visual beings. They like what looks good to them, and you really won't get a date or an interaction or anything out of them if you don't have what they're looking for on the surface. And I just feel like there are men out there that do like big women. There are women out I mean, not women, but there are men out there that do like slim women. And there's somebody for everybody. Any size, shape, color, or group can have a mate. But from my experiences of being on social media and being online and whatnot, my options are not that many, especially if I keep it in town and within the city and within the state. But I've noticed my options usually expand more if I put myself, all over the country. But I just feel like I would get a lot more attention and I would get a lot more feedback from men if I was a little bit skinnier. Now, this is really, it's hard as a woman when you already like the way that you look and you like certain things about yourself, but when you're trying to get the attention of other people, especially men, and they're not meeting you where you're at as far as liking you and being comfortable with you, it's hard, and it could take a hit at your self-esteem because they're pretty much saying you can be good enough for you, but you're not good enough for them. And people don't really understand how that sounds to somebody when you're told that you're not good enough for anybody, you're not their type, and you're just not what they're into and things of that nature. That's a hurtful feeling to hear, because you want to be liked, and you want to be loved, and you want to be accepted. And I'm somebody, unfortunately, that is used to people rejecting them and not liking them and not being in their face and not having friends. And people have always made me feel like I have to bow down to them. But whenever I speak up and say, I got it, I know what I'm doing, or I know how to do stuff, now you want to cop an attitude, and now you want to act wild and get all up in somebody's face. And this is the issue that I really had with God. And that's why my spirituality has changed over the years, because I just don't understand why God allows stuff like this to happen to people like me. I feel like I'm a good person. I treat people well. I have a kind heart, but he just won't allow me to experience any type of social bliss like he does with other people. And I see girls all the time, the hoochie mama type, the ghetto type, the classless type, or the type that's just real crafty and mean and always want to mix stuff up and start mess and drama. They get the men to like them, and they get the men to be interested in them, and they get the men to show them any type of affection. And if it's not men, they just get to have friends. And I'm like, God, I just don't understand why you have this reverse response to people and response to situations where good people suffer for the good that they do, but wrong people get praised for the hell that they cause. And that's just the issue I've always had with God, and just one I always will have with Him, because He's an unchanging God. Whatever He says and does is so. But I just don't like the way He moves sometimes with certain things, because I'm like, there could be so many things resolved and not caused if you would just let people be great and just stop people from getting praise and accolades and rewards and stuff all the time for the silly stuff that they do. And that's something that I just don't agree with. So, on the flip side of dating, that's really what I've been dealing with, because the kind of men that have been interested in me on dating sites are not the ones that I'm interested in. They smoke weed, they cuss, they look like hood boogers, like Lovely T would say, and they just don't look good. They don't look like they have a job or they got anything going for themselves. And they don't look like they care about anything. And it makes me feel like, well, what is it about me and that I'm doing, or how my pictures look, that's attracting these types of men to me? And that's why I feel like I have to approach and I have to chase all the time, because I've always been the one to approach men, and sometimes I have let them approach me, and I did like it better when they approached me as opposed to me approaching them because, there was just a better outcome, there was a better response, a better interaction when it came to that, and I just didn't have to deal with a whole bunch of mess. But now and it makes you, and it's really hard for you to even have a high self esteem about yourself. And that's what I've been dealing with too with this dating. Because if it's not men wanting to have sex all the time, it's just men not simply wanting you. And I've been told, well, Precious, why not just say you're not interested in a relationship and just say you're looking for a friendship and things like that. And it just kind of makes me feel like, well, why do I say I want a friendship when I know I want something more? And I've just learned that in love and relationships, it's like a game you have to play. You have to bait the man into coming into your court. And then while he's in your court, you have to kind of do the bait, chase, and retrieve thing in order to keep him coming, in order to keep him into you. And if not, he's going to wander off and go to somebody else's court and be with them. And so that's pretty much like how I've seen it for myself, especially. And I can always get the man that I want, whether it's for sex or attention, but I just really want the man that I want for a relationship because that's what I'm sick and tired of experiencing when it comes to dating. I'm being very raw, I'm being very explicit, and I'm being very blunt about this because this is an issue that I deal with, and I know a lot of other women deal with it as well. The good thing about living in this day and age of dating is that there are options, there are all different types of relationships, and there is somebody for everybody, and there's no set beauty standard for dating anymore like there used to be. But I just wish that I could attract a broader audience of men to be interested in me so that I would have more to choose from. And that's why I really feel like changing myself in order to get that. And yes, I have thought about plastic surgery, and after diet and exercise, if I don't get the body that I'm looking for and whatnot, then plastic surgery will be an option. Because when it's all said and done, people always want to bash women and talk about women and say, well, you should love yourself for who you are. You should like yourself for who you are. And you should be you and whatever. But it's hard being yourself and being who you are when people don't like you for that. That's the hard part. And that's the thing that people don't ever want to talk about. People don't do plastic surgery or body modification and whatnot simply for themselves. They do it for other people to like them. Because in the world that we live in, everybody is not the type of person to just like you because you're nice, or just like you because you're sweet, or just like you because you're a hard worker. Most people in this world now, if you look like the people that they're attracted to, whether dating, sexually, or whatever, then they'll be interested in you. But if you're not their type, or somebody that they'll date or consider dating or consider being on their roster, then you won't get any attention. And you'll just have to deal with, breadcrumbs and deal with the itty bit of attention and the nice little cute comments instead of actually getting the full girth of what it is that you're looking for. So that's pretty much how I feel about dating. So as far as today, with my diet plan, I did eat McDonald's. McDonald's is not too bad, but McDonald's is expensive. I mean, because one time I only got like a McFlurry and a sandwich, and that cost me about $8. Now with Uber Eats, because I bought my family breakfast this morning, and it only cost like $23, which was not that bad. So I guess that buying it on Uber Eats is a lot cheaper than it is in buying it in person. But all I know is that for me working in fast food and spending money on fast food a lot, I'm like I could really save some money if I would just cook at home and maybe eat out in random moments, or maybe just get something off the dollar menu or a dessert or whatever that's just $1 or so. Because these fast food places make a killing off of people, a killing off of our addictions and a killing off of our food urges and things. Now, don't get me wrong, I love McDonald's because even though I don't work for them anymore, I still love their food. But and plus on top of that, it's not healthy either because you got a lot of salt and grease and stuff that they use when they cook it. But it's expensive, and a lot of us, including myself, have that problem of burning money on fast food. It tastes good, it's easy to get, it's fast, and you don't have to cook nothing. All you got to do is just eat, throw the wrapper away, and it's in the trash. And then you go on about your business. You don't have to wash dishes, nothing like that. But it's killing a lot of us, and it's causing a lot of us to have health problems and health issues that we never would have had if we would just learn how to eat. And one thing I've noticed that with black people, especially, a lot of us don't know how to eat properly because we weren't raised on how to eat properly. I remember, Lonnie Love was crying one time on the reel about her campaign that she has on low income women eating healthy and stuff. And she said, growing up in the hood, we weren't taught how to eat. You just had to eat what you had. And unfortunately, for a lot of black people, I know everybody who's black doesn't struggle, doesn't come from single parent homes. A lot of us have different grow up stories. But I do believe that the reason why a lot of us suffer and struggle so much with diabetes and strokes and heart attacks and things of that nature is because we don't eat properly and we don't exercise enough. And if a lot of us would just learn how to eat, and there's really no excuse of not learning how to eat properly. You got YouTube, you have social media, you have the internet, you have the news, you have gyms, you have free clinics, you have all types of stuff now where you can get information about eating healthier, preventing diabetes, preventing heart disease, from preventing certain types of cancer. So there's a lot of information out there that people can get to that can prevent these diseases from happening to our community. Because I myself have seen family members struggle and die from diabetes, strokes, heart attacks, and heart disease, and all that kind of stuff. And it's sad because a lot of us don't have to die or live like that. So I pretty much want to eat better for my sake, but I also want to slim down my body in order to attract a man. And and I'm not ashamed to say that because a lot of us as women, we know that, we could get a little bit more attention from men or a little bit more attention from people if we would just slim down and lose some weight. Because I have noticed that between me being skinny and now, I used to get a whole lot of compliments when I was slim. People say, "Oh, you got a man, or you got a boyfriend, or you look good, or you look cute, or you look pretty." But now, the only time I get comments like that is if I have a nice voice, or my hair is pretty, or I have pretty makeup on. But the comments now, they're not as much as they were back then when I was skinny. And I know a lot of us experience that. We notice how when we're slimmer and when we're not as big, we get more compliments and more attention from people versus when we're bigger. So I hope you all like this video. Don't forget to like, leave a comment in the comment section, and have a good day.